music with it.
All right. Welcome back. Welcome back to another beautiful Saturday. It's cold outside, but the sun is shining, and I was gazing too today. So I don't know if you guys caught some of that good sun to gaze, but I did, and it made it such a beautiful rising of this gift that we've gotten. And we have, as you know, as you've seen the media entities that I posted, you see sitting to my left, the queen, one and only of poetry. Grandma Slam Grandma Slam, right? Right, Grandma Slam. And we'll give you all her information where you can reach her and book her because she's very beautiful. She's also going to be a special guest at the March the 15th, 2020 2GO podcast pop-up event as well. So today we're going to give Grandma Slam, you're going to get a taste of what you'll be getting. If you wish to attend, just keep following the entities and we will give you an update on that. So she'll be coming on, doing her thing in a second. And brother is here. He wasn't here last week. He was on some personal stuff. As I told you, some good personal stuff. It wasn't no bad. You know, he had some good personal stuff going on. So he's back, and they, before last week, I was telling you they was preparing for last night. That he was with the band that was playing at the Old Players Lounge that was on the show that I was telling you guys about that was on Valentine's night, the 14th Friday at the 2737 Martin Luther King Avenue, the Players Lounge. That's where Brother Lawrence was at last night. The band was a success, so just follow our page if you want to see any of the clips or the photos from that. You want to tell them a little bit about how it was leading up to that?
Pretty much is, we put Positive Vibe Band together. Had a couple of practices, and we're going to be performing, from here on out, basically. Got a lot of things coming out. We got a big Easter. We're talking about this Easter thing coming up, but we're going to have a few shows before that. But, this is a band, grown and sexy. We hit R&B with a pocket. We hit conscious music, and we just gonna be out having fun, And you want to get at us, we gonna have we got a web page we're coming up with. But last night was the first show. It was a success, and like you say, we had fun. I'm gonna post a couple of clips throughout the week on my page,
and I'll be sharing them as well, so you can follow.
Yeah, so. That's what we've been doing, and it's a good look.
That's what's up. So like you said, more of the positive vibe, which is true because they're still going to be at the pop-up event as well, performing as another special guest and maybe adding some more, who knows. So you have to don't sleep on us because we always got something going on for you guys to follow through. And even as on a music note, as far as Brother Lawrence, my ministry of music with the bands or out doing his thing on his own when he's out performing on his own with other big bands, across the city. Looking for 2020 to be across the states, overseas. That's how we going right this year. So with that being said, the girl's still doing the same thing, elevating, self-elevating, coming up with new creations and ideas for where we're going to take 2GO podcast and 2GO radio mobile. So all these things are coming up, so I'm just trying to weigh in a lot of options and still promote my self-help and self-awareness. I joined a few women's group on Facebook. There are a lot of new women's groups. Hopefully I'll have this new young ladies. They created their own fraternity with their own symbols.
That's what's up.
Yep, and I think it's called Zonity. It's a beautiful, it's Zenit something, IY, something like Zonity or something like that.
And I think that's good because a lot of times they want you to fit into something
else, and that's what her whole message. Yeah, and that's what she said her message on. I'll be having them on here as well. They have their little merchandise they're going to be providing with us at the pop-up. Most of the guests that you're going to be seeing in these upcoming weeks, there will be a lot of guests that will be, and a lot of vendors that will be at the pop-up podcast event. So stay tuned and don't sleep, like I always say. because we always got something coming your way. So, with that said, my music as well. I've been a good stewardess. Brother gave me the music, put me to homework. I've been doing my homework on that. I got a leap advance on that. Then wrote more than enough verses and lyrics to. I'm ready. So look forward to that. And I'm still pushing the 3 singles that I do still have out there, which is Boss Hard, which is also Back When. That was produced by Kid Exclusive, Brother Lawrence's son, and the music, and also Thinking of You. So, with that being said, now we're going to get into the treats of Grandma Slam.
Hi, family. How you all doing? It's so good to be back here and performing again, and with lovely Kim. I'm just thanking God all the way. I just had such a beautiful day reciting poetry, and I'm ready to recite poetry for you guys also.
It's always a pleasure.
First poem that I would like to do, since it was a love poem, Valentine yesterday, I decided to do.
And forgive me,
poem.
I just wanted to say the happy belated Love Day, and I hope you both got all the love you deserve.
We did.
Okay, great.
Thank you. The poem I would like to share with you today is called "How Does It Feel to Be Loved?" How does it feel to be truly loved? How does it feel to be held in someone's magical arms of love with the magnetic, powerful shield it provides you? A protected stronghold, wall-to-wall security. How does it feel to be affectionately, breathtaking kiss with such an innocent passion, but yet a gentleness on one earlobe, whispering sweet nothing to each other? How does it feel to be loved? How does it feel to stroll along on an enchanted sandy beach, joining hands in hand with the glowing sunset being your guide, the echoing ocean wave being your soundstage, with your footprint leaving a delightful trail behind you? How does it feel to glance in someone's eyes and see make-believe dazzling mean moonboom, star ducks from heaven above, but yet a blushing with such pleasure because your fancy is being tickled by his own nurturing soft touch? Oh Lord, please tell me, how does it feel to be loved? How does it feel to be loved unconditionally, with pride and dignity, accepting just as you are, you being the number one main attraction without any strings attachment, unless only if the musical string of your guitar, baby, it being plucked by you. Oh Lord, how does it feel to be loved? How does it feel to be warmly caressed and spontaneously airborne into outer space mode, then zoomed backward onto the lap of your lover? Your flirting heart is beating against the reflecting window of your soul. Is love only illusion? Is love only a infatuation? Or a potential sensuous, unique fantasy? Or an authentic out-of-body experience with chiming bells going off in your head? A happy hour never after fairy tale? Or is love just a mysterious, emotional, unyielding, uncertain fallacy? Is love supposed to be an action word or a zigzag crossword puzzle? Or just a singular noun, a verb? A plundrous, romantic, intriguing adventure, an eternal, endless journey into our future destiny, into the bent of the road that take place daily in our lifetime. A silence, a healing between man and woman, a flourish, harvest, meditating desires, a graceful, a beauty, within you. Oh Lord, how does it feel to be loved?
Wow.
How does it feel to be truly loved?
Wow.
Thank you.
That's the
That's
question there.
gorgeous. Yes, it
That was
is.
beautiful, yeah.
Yes,
Thank
it is.
you.
And
Thank
speaking of being truly loved, I know they came from a very special place because I could tell how the words was arranged.
Yes.
It was also felt like it was a lot of spiritual love
Yes.
in
Yes.
your poem. So how did you come up storm to creating this one? How did it feel to be loved? What inspired you?
Yeah, what inspired me that I had broke up with a relationship, and it was back many years ago, 15 years ago. And one day night I was thinking to myself, how does it feel to be truly loved? And so I wrote that poem.
Oh,
How
okay.
much
You took that pain and made something positive.
made
out
something
of it.
positive.
Yeah.
And that's what I do a
That's
lot
what
of times.
alchemists do. You're
I
an
take
alchemist.
pain and make it positive instead
Yeah.
of, crying on the
And
pain.
any reuse of that poem or anything on this show is prohibited.
Yes,
Unless-
That's
unless
right.
you contact
Yeah.
Mother Slam.
That's
Yes.
right. You gotta
Original.
contact Mama Slam,
Yeah.
Queen Slam, if you want.
And it's already copyright in the Library of Congress.
So boom,
yeah.
there you
So
go.
don't sleep. So
Yeah.
when that was being said, I felt that it came from a very deep place. So that's the only reason why I asked.
And then
I felt
actually,
it.
you
And
got
it-
some people don't even know what it feels like to be loved.
That's
through their
what
whole
I'm
life,
talking
you know
about.
what I mean?
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
And they got a false sense of
Yes.
love of what they seen on TV. That
Right.
ain't love, that's lust.
Exactly.
Yes, right.
Exactly.
And that lust doesn't work.
no.
Doesn't work.
No, it doesn't
And-
work.
That sounds like a title right there.
Yeah, that lust doesn't work.
It all
You
depends on
just
what
really-
you're using it for, though. 'Cause
Right.
If
Yeah.
you're using it for some low vibrational
Yeah.
stuff, it'll work.
Yeah.
But if you trying to build a foundation
The
solid,
foundation
yeah,
solid, it
It
Yeah,
doesn't
it won't
work.
work.
No.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
temporary fix.
right.
Exactly. So, have you truly been loved, right?
Oh,
So,
Lord.
it's been, that's a question that it
A
takes.
century-old, a world-old question.
Yes,
That's
it
been around
is.
since the beginning of
Yes,
time.
it is.
almost.
Have you truly been loved? So that can be placed in a lot of situations, for whatever the love of your heart is. It could be the love of things. It could be love of a person. It could be love of a place.
And just think of all the love songs and poems that's
Right.
out.
That
I remember
inspired.
Denzel Washington had said one time in one of the movies, when he was actually doing a poem, what the world needs now, not another love song, right? But that was that's the good part. You need love. That's what get this world.
Yes, it
That's
does.
right.
Keep it going. Because without love, just think about this world. You know
It
what I'm
wouldn't
saying?
do anything. Even in cooking, you have to love to cook.
Yeah.
If you don't
That's
love to
where the
cook, the
magic come
food
from.
won't turn out.
Right.
So
Correct.
everything you have to do, love has to be implanted in it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, the ingredient will
Yes.
not come out. That's the
Right.
main ingredient. And so what else you have for us? That was
I have, I'm going to write, this one was about a young lady that I used to know, still knows. And she was in a relationship with a man, it was her husband too, that would not let her grow. Every time she went to fly out like a butterfly, he would pull her back. Everything she did, he would pull her back. So I wrote this poem called The Trunk.
That's the question before you start.
Mhm.
Was that your life experience, or that was just
No, that
something
was
from-
somebody else on
Okay,
that one.
cool.
The other one was mine, but
Right.
this one wasn't. It was someone else I wrote for. The trunk, the old-fashioned concealed trunk of your soul, my love. As a natural woman and a human being who does breathe freely on her own, will you allow me to be free as a butterfly? Or will you try to control and suffocate the spiritual growth within me in that old-fashioned concealed trunk of your soul? You see, my love, if I'm free to be me, we both can explore the horizon of our universe of hidden treasures, emeralds, diamonds, gold, rubies of our heart and soul. If only I am free. Only then, my love, can we become entwined and embraced and laced with the sweet blackberry of passion of the essence that lies between me and you. If only I am free. My love, just like a sweet aroma of a red, delicious apple, I will take my hands and caress the inner core of your mind, body, heart, and soul. If only I am free. As a spirited woman expressing wisdom and knowledge, I will love all of you from the top of your head to the soles of your feet with all my strength and might. If only I am free. If only I am free. If you don't understand my feelings at this precious moment in my life, my love, what I'm trying to relate only to you. As a woman of emotion with natural desires, want, and special needs, from the depths of my inner thoughts and my dreams, my love, you will never comprehend the true woman within me. Also, if you don't have the key, the golden key to unlock the trunk, the old-fashioned concealed trunk of your soul, you will never, never, never have me, my love. Not now or ever after, because I will always be me and I will always be free.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, a lot of people need to listen to that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
You know,
knock on wood.
Yeah.
'Cause you got a lot of people, talented people that can't be talented because they spouse or significant other
They hold you back.
hold you back.
And
And
once she left him, she just
Flourished.
explored, just
Yeah.
did things that she didn't even think she could do.
Right.
Yes.
Yes. So that was powerful.
Yes.
That was very
Thank
powerful,
you.
and powerful.
Thank you very
Empowering, even to a lot of my current situation stuff. I mean, you just touched, hit the light on some stuff for me, you know. So, with that being said, yes, a lot of women need to hear that because you can end up in a lot of prisons, you know.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
women sometimes find themselves thinking that that's needed
Yes.
in order to secure a relationship.
Mhm.
And, you
And
say this
it's
to
also
that.
could be a lesson for the warden
Yes.
that's trying to, because like I had to tell the person that it's not you, it's me.
Yes.
Because I'm not going to allow you
Right.
to take my time, my energy,
And freedom.
and put it under and put it, you know, under your feet and do as you please.
Right.
You know,
right.
because if I allow this, that
Mhm.
means you won't know the real me.
You're right.
You will know somebody that you're trying to create.
Yes.
So let me be me so you can get to know the real
Right.
me.
Yes.
You can't get
Yes.
to know the real me if you try to stop me from being me.
Being, that's right.
Yeah.
What you
That's
just
what
said.
it's all about.
Yeah.
And the other key to that scenario is I won't put it on just a woman thing. I play
Oh, yeah,
music.
man.
I
A
play
man
music,
side
side
habits
hurts
too.
too.
and I got some gifted brothers out there, and they can't come out to express their talent because their wife
Insecurities.
or
Mhm.
girlfriend insecure,
Yeah,
thinking they gonna
and-
get
and
out
holds
and do
them
something.
back.
Yeah, and they gonna lose, so they stay home. And years pass, and
And
you
they
know what
tired,
I'm
they
saying?
just sitting on their gifts that God
Yeah.
gave them.
Mhm.
Because when he come back, he gonna ask you what you got. He looking for a return.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
You know,
Yeah.
if you ain't got no return, you gonna be short.
Mhm.
So he didn't give you the gifts and talent to sit on. So
Yes.
everybody here can contribute to this world in one way or another,
And
even
that's
if
right.
it's just these microphones.
Yes.
I'm quite sure the company that make these, it was a brain behind it.
Of
that-
course.
you understand what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah,
sure.
so-
And it's true too.
And
Yeah.
if he wasn't
Yeah.
free to make this discovery and these findings, we wouldn't be sitting here talking to
Right.
a microphone.
yeah.
But with
Yeah.
that being said, you know, like brother said, it can go both. Just like I was telling the brother last night, he was like, "Wow." You know, I was telling him like, you know, I said some men like to have rose petals when they come
Yes.
in and to lead them to a hot bath. It ain't just for women no
Yes,
more.
right.
And so, so I guess they went on Facebook and they saw that one of his buddies his wife had did that for him, and he
Uh-huh.
was like, "Wow, you was right." Men
Yeah.
do like that. Some men do. I said, yeah, that's the problem. You brothers gotta go so stuck on, gotta be tough, gotta be a thug, gotta be a gangster. You know what I'm saying? And you and from what their history is and what you've been dictated and taught, you know,
Programmed.
and program that loves make you look weak.
Right.
But it's not. It's the opposite. Loves make you look. When you can endure love out to someone, that's such a powerful energy, a powerful source,
Right.
that can overcome a
lot
lot
of
of
stuff.
things. Yeah.
And
lot.
if
Your crises
you
and
got
everything.
somebody that's don't want you to beat you, like you said in that poem,
Yes.
be free. That's insecurity, and that's
And
not
them.
love. That's not
Yes.
a love. So
That's
how
something
you
that they
can
got
tell
to
right
deal
then
with
and
their
there.
stuff.
Right.
And, you know, that's what I was saying, too, when I did the 3 parts of the heart last week before Valentine's Day, because I talked about the brain, the heart, and the emotions. And without either 3, it's nothing. You know,
Right,
because,
yes.
you know, our heart pumps the impure bloods and the pure bloods out through the ventricles to keep our systems going, which sends signal to the brain. With the brains keep all of this stuff functioning, which we have signals that creates our emotions.
Right.
And I also did the study. If you don't maintain and balance and health of these 3 things, your brain, your heart, and your emotions, keeping people from taking you from 0 to 100.
Right, that's
what I'm
right.
talking about. You know,
Yes.
calming your nerves, being stressless. The study says by 2030 there will be 30 billion to 60 billion people suffering with dementia because of those unhealthy habits
Right, yes.
of the brain, the heart, and your emotions.
And I'm gonna add to that is that we know television and the movies, you know, Hollywood. If you think about the movies they putting out now, and that's what kind of like dictate to the mass of how they act in all these shows,
Yes.
as far as reality shows. You don't see nothing about love.
Nothing.
You know, you see things about
Propaganda.
all kinds of craziness, violence, sex, everything. And like I say, love, I can't name none right now, but I know back in like the 60s and like early 70s, you had more of that.
Yes.
But now you see the situation you're in, this world in, is they got away from that.
Yes, they have.
You know,
They
and
have.
so with the key is getting back to that.
You're right.
You know what
Getting
I'm
back,
saying?
and we can do it too.
Yeah,
We can get back.
Because that's what we, black people, that's what we thrive on.
Love is powerful.
And we was programmed
Powerful.
to think different. You know
Yes,
what I'm saying?
and so
Right.
we can get back to. I'm not even concerned about it because we can get back to
Yeah.
that.
Yes, we can.
Just like this show right here, what you doing, that's paving the way.
That's
Yes,
right.
You know what I'm
yes,
saying?
right.
yes.
Yes, because there's some women coming up behind you. We met the young lady there at the Irish City. She cited a poem about the young man. I guess it was from that neighborhood that got slain. And she has gotten
This is
real
let me
live
say this.
reviews to it.
If you think about all these rappers out here, female and male, it's just the conversation. It's just what they talking about.
Yes.
Exactly.
Once they flip it and put it toward love and
Right.
positivity, they still creative.
Yes.
That's how much more powerful it is. It's just that they've been programmed to think that they got to talk violence because the industry was paying them money
Right.
to make them videos, and they put away what they feel in the heart
Right.
for
Yes.
that dollar. So that almighty dollar, you know, is what they think is about and what costs this.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
The
But
money.
when you're in
yeah.
the hospital and you sick or you're on your deathbed and people come to see you, right? They ain't coming with violence and all that. They coming with love.
Love, yes.
And that's what even gonna heal you. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
But hatred and
But
violence
them-
don't
yeah,
heal
that's some esoteric knowledge and secrets right there, y'all. Get back
yes,
to love.
it is.
Yes, and like I said, the love ingredient to add on what Mother Slam was saying in her poem that, you know, you could be in all kinds of prisons. Even I know some people put themselves in prison.
Yeah.
It don't have to be nobody holding you
yeah,
back.
right.
Sometimes
Yeah,
it
they
can be
say
your
your worst
own
enemy.
inferiors.
You're right,
Can
yes.
hold you back, you know, from doing certain. Oh, it ain't gonna work out, or it's gonna
That's
fail.
that voice in your head.
Insecurity,
Right.
yeah.
So you can do it to yourself. It don't have to be nobody else. Because I know a lot of people live in self-imprisonments because they're so afraid
Yes.
to step out, out of that box.
Out
You know what I'm
of that
saying?
little box.
And I'm gonna say, I told somebody this. Was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday or the day before yesterday.
Yes.
A lot of time, people be in a relationship, right? And they can't. Like, it was about this man cheating on his lady, right? And I told the lady, I was like, shit, some men can't even stop for themselves, let alone the lady. Forget
Yeah.
about the lady. They've been so programmed to think that's what they got to do and how they
Yeah.
got. And then if they try to stop, they fighting something within themselves.
Right.
Exactly.
And that's why a lot of times people don't need to be in relationships
Right.
till they conquer themselves.
Exactly.
You
You,
know,
got to work on
Because
that
you
pain.
have to love yourself first.
Yes,
Yeah.
you do.
So you can do any and understand yourself.
Yeah.
If you don't love and understand yourself, you just
Hey.
might as well hang
Yeah,
it up.
and you just got two
Yeah.
lost people in a relationship.
You're right. Yes,
So,
indeed.
I'm blind leading blind.
Yes,
Dumber, dumber.
indeed.
But with that being said, yes, you got to be free order to be able to feel the unlimitless of life and love. You have to be free-minded, free spirit. You have to be free. Like Denise said, that's what it sounded like. I was just saying that song "Free." I mean, those are the words. And I'll tell you, if like I said, just have to free yourself, people. And like I said, if you want any of these, are already copywritten. So it's prohibited to copy or write down anything you hear, because you will get
Slammy.
But if you get in a bind and you need to hear that positive message, you can always pull this clip back up.
right.
Yes,
And we give you the information where you can go to her sites and get all her media entities after
Okay,
we've
that'll
done
work
an
too.
interview
Yes.
too as well. You can purchase or anything, because hopefully I know you will have some things you probably might have up at the pop-up event that you.
Yes.
Because I know you have a lot of these things that you do
Yes,
sell
I do
and
these
T-shirts
and
stuff like that.
T-shirts and
Mhm.
and my book.
Yeah.
And I'm getting ready to get a new book done. It
Okay.
should be
Is
ready.
this,
Yes.
You ready to read something out of your own?
Oh yes. So we're gonna change to love.
Okay.
This one is someday my black prince will come, but now I change it to a king. If I'm a queen, he can't be a prince. He
No,
had to
he
be
got to
a
be a king.
That's
That's
right.
Right.
Made that correction, son.
Someday my black king will come directly to me, just like a breeze from the northern wind. I really don't know what time, where, or when. I do know he will sweep me off my feet into his fearless arms of love. Over the threshold we will go, my black king and I. He will supply all of my womanly desires. Someday my black king will come. My darling, I can clearly feel your beautiful presence so very near. The warmth of your soul, your gentle, oh so gentle, golden touch. I can see you so vividly in my dreams, your mahogany skin, your salt and pepper bushy lamb's wool's hair, your musical eyes, the glow on your cheeks is a bed of spices along with the handsome, godly smile. Someday my black king will come, my beloved 10,000 angel will rejoice and prepare me just for you. I will draw myself only to thee. I will allow you, my king, to open and stroke the orchid within the interior walls of my soul. As a king, as a mature and sensuous woman of all seasons, there is no reason why I cannot fall in love again. I still do have the same loving heart and soul, and the eternal flame of passion still burn deeply in my vineyard of jewels. Someday my black king will come. My love, I will let only you kiss me from the kisses of your mouth onto my red ruby lip. My king, your sweet kisses are better than wine, along with the fragrances of gardenia, scented candles, oils, and frankincense. We both would ride off on our very own Persian stallion of love, eloping along the sand banks of the river Nile, with singing doves flying above. Someday my black king will come. Trust me, my love, you will not need a match to light my fire. Oh Lord, dreams really do come true. Thou art so magnificent, my beloved. The door is open. Here I am. Please come in. Your ebony queen is waiting just for you. My bold, handsome, royal mahogany king.
Yes. Yes. How they do? Snap it up, snap it up, snap it up. Yes.
And what I try to relate, I'm 80 years old.
Bless you.
And people, I used to think when you got a certain age that you couldn't do this, you couldn't love, you couldn't, you had to go and sit in a rocking chair and put on some ugly looking shoes and rock back and forth, all that crap.
Mhm.
I realize now, although I'm 80, there's nothing wrong with my heart.
Mm.
My heart is still moving.
Right.
And with me being 80, I'm going to have a boyfriend.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be this little old lady. I'm sorry.
Right.
Long I'm breathing, I'm going to be free, and I'm going to be free to love.
Yeah. And then you got
right.
You got experience too.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I'm
right.
saying?
Yours
Yeah,
is
yeah.
For wisdom.
Of all seasons.
Yeah, of all seasons.
Seasons.
Yeah.
And
that's
and the fire doesn't go out. You might be snow on the mountain, but the fire is still in the furnace.
Yeah, I got you.
And the heart is still working.
Yeah.
That's right.
So, and I think a lot of time why we losing
Seniors.
older seniors is because they just
Dictation.
isolate themselves and they close
You
themselves
old, you
away from
senior.
everybody and all this. You have fun. You enjoy life
Yeah.
to the fullest.
Yeah.
And that's
Because
what I
every day
feel.
is a gift.
A
Right
gift.
about that.
Yeah. So I.
see the fire still in her eyes.
That's
Okay?
right. That's
Yeah.
right.
It's like if she was a teenager.
A
I can still see
teenager,
that
and
same fire.
and I still get the same fire is still there.
So,
Yeah.
what
They
inspired
don't
you
get it
about
twisted.
your previous book? And we will let everybody know. It's called An Evolution of a Poetry from Within and the External Premises of My Soul. And this is Lottie Mae McDonald, Grandma Slam, and we'll tell you how you can purchase this as well.
Yes.
And also her beautiful, wow, I didn't see that.
That's
Look
when
at
I was.
that.
I'm gonna get both of them.
Yes. It's a hot cover
And it's been
too.
selling, and that book is 20 years old, and it been
Wow.
wait a minute, about 15 years old.
15 years old. Okay.
And it's been I done sold a lot of copies. I had to reorder all the time, but
That's
I'm
what's up.
And it's a beautiful
Oh, yes.
cover book,
Mhm.
and she got a hot picture. Let me tell y'all something out there. You come for, you better come right, like she said. We
Yeah.
ain't talking about no
And she
things.
said that book over
no
20 years
things.
old.
15
Yeah,
years
yeah.
old.
15 is still getting money off of.
1999. Oh, it's 20. I wrote it, and it
2000.
came out in 1999. Here's
Yeah.
20. Yeah, 2000. Yeah,
2000.
okay.
20 years.
old, and still selling.
Still selling them. That's right.
It's
that's
still
right.
relevant.
And
Yes.
still relevant. And what we need today. So you guys look at that cover, and I'm sure she got some more. But I wanted to ask before we go any further, the poem about the trunk of freedom, the being butterfly,
Yes.
can't free the cocoon. What inspired you? Said it was a friend of yours.
A friend of mine
was going
that
through a situation.
going through some stuff, and she called me up, and she was so disgusted. She said, I was planning to open up a little business or something, and she said my husband just shut it down. Every time she had a dream, he would shut it down. And so when she shared that with me, and I just somehow just put it together, it just started form as a poem. That she wanted to be free, and finally she did. She just left him one day,
She got
and then she got her own traveling agent business now, and everything, doing awesome.
That's what's up.
Yes, when she left him, she became free.
And I just wanted to touch back on that because, like I said, a lot of women and men that has any type of creative soul, as you can see, a living legend right here, 80. It's never too late to
It's
reinvent
never
yourself.
too late. It's
And
never too
also, same thing with love. Even though you fall once, you're going to fall twice. You may fall 1,000,000 times.
late.
But you will get you a love.
Get you a true love.
true love.
Very, what I learned when I was and after my husband died 22 years ago, I was just meeting people and just taking them for their word, and not checking them out. Then after I go out with them a couple of times, I couldn't stand them, and so I started, I went on a furlough for 12 years where I didn't date at all. For 12 years, I just did my own thing and doing poetry and selling my T-shirts and things like that, and just ignored them. Mm-hmm. And then when I felt, just 2-3 years ago, felt like when I woke up one morning, I said, wait a minute. God don't want me just fold up and lay up in bed and feel sorry for myself. Mm-hmm. But your heart is still moving. You get out there and find a nice person. Mm-hmm. Well, praise the Lord, I found a nice person. He's so
see what I
yeah, and a very nice person, and I am
wonderful.
tickled and happy. I am tickled black.
That's why I can see the fire.
Yeah.
I see this fire.
And
I got walls. You see the
right. And when you have someone that care about you,
mm-hmm.
your family loving you, and you loving people,
mm-hmm.
it's the most beautiful gift in the world.
When that cycle can continue.
Yeah, right.
That love cycle can just continue on and on, up and down.
And it spills
each day.
around to,
Yes,
when
it
you're
does.
walking down the street and you see people, and you can say, good morning, how you doing, my sister? How you doing, my brother? How you feel this morning? Mm-hmm. And you don't know sometimes how that make people feel. Even when somebody do it to me, when I'm maybe a little down and somebody come and say, how you doing, sister? Give me a hug. Mm-hmm. And you just, when they finish with you, feel like $1 million. That somebody done handed you $1 million. Just a hug.
Just a hug.
Just a hug.
Yes, indeed.
Now,
so what you having treat for us now?
Now this one we're going to change a little bit. I wrote this one about the seniors, and I just wrote it 3 months ago.
Ooh.
I just don't like the way a
New.
senior being, it's new. And I just did not like the younger children especially don't have no respect for us. They don't think we know nothing. And all this thing. And I see young people, used to be for when they said a curse word, oh, I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. Now they add on, curse it, and you standing there and look, don't have no care in the world, no respect.
It's a sad thing.
Yeah, so I wrote this for all us seniors. Say, what the heck are you all talking about? Oh, Lord, how easy for us to forget. This so-called society have placed all of us seniors in rocking chairs, or better yet, on shelves gathering dust. You act like we don't exist. I am here to testify, brothers and sisters, we do exist. Just because our hair is gray, wrinkled skin, health issues, plus heartaches and pain, our heart is still beating. Our soul and spirit within us never age. We still long to be hugged, caressed, and loved. Most of all, you show us no respect. Even God knows that. We just don't receive any respect anymore. Even some of you church folks are judgmental, unkind, have ungodly behavior, mean spirit, just disrespectful, unacceptable Christ-like ways that truly isn't Christ-like at all. You won't even hold the door for us or help us carry heavy packages. You don't even have patience with us. And a signed, designated pedestrian crosswalk, you try your best to run over us because we don't walk fast enough for you. Remember, youngins, you stand on our shoulder. If it wasn't for our sacrifice, you wouldn't even be here. It was an easy task rearing you, changing your little smelly diaper, wiping your little snotty noses. We are the one that cleared the pathway, cultivating your mind, planting seeds, nurturing you, watering the garden of your interior walls of your body and soul, instilling, more motivating wisdom, knowledge, the fundamental foundation, the love of God in you, providing skills, preparing you for the unknown wicked journey into this wicked world of ours. Some of you won't even visit your elder Asian parents or grandparents at hospitals or nursing facilities until they're close to death. Then you come snooping around wondering how much chump change you're going to receive. Seniors, don't be ashamed of what you are lacking. Baldness, toothness, or how passionate you used to be. Beautiful plus-size senior, God doesn't make any mistake. He doesn't judge you by the size of your waistline. Please get over it. Remember, free, impeccable seniors. The cemetery are filled up with saints who have a full head of good hair, a full mouth of pearly white teeth, and was passionate lovers. They are buried in glorified black dirt, pushing up daisy. Beloved, be grateful and thanking God for the gift of life blessing that he had bestowed upon you. Embrace your inner beauty strength. Love thyself, telling the truth and shaming the devil. Fly me to the moon. Let me play amongst the stars. Remember, be vigilant in renewing your awakening. Enlighten your horizon. Relaxing your cool, calm, silent springs of one inner soul. Dance like you never danced before. Dance the night away. Better yet, take someone's hand and boogie-woogie down memory lane. Enjoy your golden years. Reinvent yourself. Tomorrow isn't promised to any of us. Flaunt yourself. It's a new day and a new time, and the best is yet to come.
That's right. You hear that, seniors? Rise and be enlightened to be awake.
Yes.
Because you can boogie on down.
That's right.
Memories Lane.
Yes,
where no one
indeed.
else has been but you.
That's right.
And you can also, I love it because there was so much wisdoms in there. Because like you said, without you paving, you guys paved 80 years old. Wow.
Yes.
I wish this. I know I'm going to see it, and hope it be as fiery and as potent in life and still sprinkling my seasons. I'm telling you, because that's what it's all about.
That's
and like you said, you can't give up because you get a certain age. You can't let the dictatorship say, okay, because you reach this age, you got to act this way, you got to live this way, you got to be this way, and that's been the problem. And that's why a lot of our seniors' children have listened to those dictatorship rules and regulations, and that's why they're being pushed aside. And after their life is down, we can't let mama come out this day because she can't keep up, or it's gonna be too cold for mama. Ask them. Instead of speaking for them, because as my mother got into her phases of dementia, and still to this day, when she first got into, she had to shoot the insulin needles and all of that. Now, no more insulin. Her sugar is good. She's just taking a pill maybe twice a week. Stop smoking a cigarette, and taking her little walks and everything. Now she have a better life. She's still in the group home, but like we said, we still make her feel a part of life because we allow her to make decisions. Like you feel like we'll call and say, "Do you feel like going out today? Would you like to go to the store today? Or nah, you just come and bring me my banana yogurt," because that's what she always asks about, her banana yogurt. But you still have to give them a choice to make them, allow them feel that they still part
they
of
are
their
part
own
of, because
life,
they sacrifice. Raising children is not an easy thing. And a lot of time with your children, they don't know that. When they going through stuff, you laying up in bed crying, saying, how can I help him? How can I do this? We go through a lot of sacrifice for the young. And then for you to get up and be disrespectful is just uncalled for.
Yeah, and it's a sad thing that that's a true factor. These youngins, this new generation that's coming behind my son's generation is really sad because it's like they just think they're just all thinking in like the elders used to say when I was young. You stay out your mind out the gutter. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what they used to say to me. Keep your mind out the gutter. Yeah. But these babies, they're fermented from this gutter.
Yeah.
And it's because, like you said, the technology had told them it's okay.
Yeah.
And it's not really
It's not
okay.
really okay.
It's not really, like those two young kids just graduated from high school. And this other boy wants to be on a football team. He's only 18, 19. Why would you go and kill them?
Yeah.
Because you wanted the boy playing on a football team that you wanted to be a part of. I mean, I'm still. And then this young man, that's what, 14, dyed his hair purple because he was all on the internet and he done went and killed. That's why I hate looking at the news sometimes. But today I was cleaning up and
hear about none of that.
But now this all just happened with these last few days. And he's little Caucasian kid, 14, done killed his mother, shot his brother, and shot at his father. And now he's on the whim in somewhere in Virginia, and they looking for him in the mountains. Yeah. So but that's
even it's funny you would talk about that because I put on Facebook last night. I heard some things worse than that, and
the car crashes uptown with the police.
Yeah.
The guy ran into the police car, almost killed the police officer. Thank God the police survived.
Right.
That happened over in Valley Avenue, Southeast. I mean, it's just crazy.
Yeah. So I put on there I tried to now to delete it because I can't take it. It pains me, especially yesterday when I read.
That's why I stopped watching.
Yeah, I'm going to have to stop too, eliminate.
Because some of that news be fake, and then when you only put a certain group of people that shine a negative light on them, and your group is just as worse as theirs,
exactly.
but or even
but
not
you make
worse.
It higher.
Yeah.
So I ain't got time for it.
Yeah.
I rather spend my time on positive stuff.
Yeah, you're right. Because
they have a way of finding you sometimes.
It hurts you,
It does.
It's
just
the first thing you wake up in the morning, you don't need to hear that.
And especially this one of and this was a white man. I don't care what color, but he gets mad with the baby and pour hot water on the baby. Scald the baby. Hot water.
This is the face of evil. The times.
But when you talk about evil, right? You can get one bad story after another.
Yeah,
yes, you do.
That's why I say I ain't even
like
shining the light.
Yeah, and so that's why I'm gonna have to be around.
Tell me something good.
Yeah.
That can outweigh that what you just said.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
When you shine the light, it's a balance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And you have to.
Because you gotta have both. You gotta have one appreciate the other.
Right.
But it's like where you putting your focus at.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And what you pay attention to, that's what you're gonna bring more of.
Yeah.
You're attracting the light.
So
I
You're
well,
right.
one good thing that can top that
Good
is that the poems, and like you said, I heard Michelle Obama just got award. What was
for her
Pulitzer Award?
spoken word at Grammy, and then she got some at Academy Awards, but that was for a movie they had made, a documentary or something.
Right? Yeah.
And she's tearing up, and she's a very
and that's
positive
good,
person.
I remember she had, when she was first lady, she had the kids going gardens in school.
Yeah, all that stuff, and they stopped that.
But one person can make a difference. So
yes.
be that person in your community that try to make that difference.
Always take just one light to
one.
light the whole world.
Yeah.
One candle will light the whole world.
Yes, indeed.
And so keep shining your light.
Yes, I am, because God has given me this gift, and He had been preparing me for a long time, even since I was a little girl. And I didn't realize that I grew up in Detroit. And it was 10 of us, and we were just really having a rough time. And I used to daydream a lot. And I was about 11 or 12. And one of the dreams was that God had me on stage. I didn't know what I would be doing, but I always had a hat on and a little dress. And I didn't know what I would be doing. But anyway, I would talk back to God and say, God, I can't be on stage because I can't perform because I can't talk and half read. Because when I came from the South up to Detroit, Michigan, I had a new language of my own. So when my husband died and I went to Africa, and before he died, I always thought I was not very smart. And the reason why, that when I wrote, I always left things out. But I never discussed it with my husband. That's something I didn't do. And I had 2 sons. They was honor roll students in Prince George's County. And so before my husband died, he knew he was dying. we were talking. So he was telling me things he had never shared with me. And I asked her, honey, why do, when I write, I leave things out? He was in a wheelchair. He started lifting up out the wheelchair. He said, baby, there's nothing wrong with you. Your brains is moving faster than you can write. I went in the other room, and I started talking to God. I said, God, if my brains are moving faster than I can think, then I'm not done. A year later, my husband died 3 weeks later. A year later, I became a poet by going to South Africa. I'm going to tell that story.
Yeah.
Wrote my first poem. Started winning Poetry Slam. In 6 months, won 18 Poetry Slam. Was beating out people who had been writing poetry since they were wearing Pampers. This 60-year-old lady coming in there and competing with them. And at first I couldn't believe that God had given me this gift.
Yeah.
But now I realize God has given me the gift, and he will prepare me for a reason to get out there and tell the truth and save our people.
Right.
You know.
Exactly.
So I know what I have to do.
Never letting go.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Never letting go of what was promised and to yourself.
Yes.
Exactly. That's the story. And see, that's what I was gonna ask part of the interview too when we got to closing. What really made you get started is you see how God just delivered that for me. I didn't have to go there. It just came out with it.
Yeah.
So with that being said, you saw this in a vision.
Yes.
Long little
time
girl,
ago.
long time
and
ago.
didn't pay any attention to it until when I said, okay. And so now I know what God wants me to do, you know. And so I get out there, and wherever I go, I'm not ashamed to get up and embarrassed. Well, I know what God wants me to do, and I right up there in it.
Right.
And with that being said, you just gave me a whole well of energy because you had 80, and I know he haven't even started me on my work
That's
yet,
right.
so
That's right.
That's why I
honey.
say you're never too late to invent yourself.
Yeah.
At 80,
And-
I'm hoping I will be getting my accolades
Yeah,
on
well, thank
somebody's entity, news entity,
Yes.
doing weather entertainment or something.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? Like you said, he prepared you for, because I saw the same vision.
Yeah.
I knew I would be singing or
Right.
talking.
Uh-huh.
And then when I went down south, you know, because they got all the prophecies and all that down
Yeah.
south, so everybody gonna tell you what God showed them and don't forget
Yeah,
about you. But everyone said the same thing, so it was confirmation that I was going to
okay.
be some type of evangelist.
Yes.
But I'm not going to be in the regular form.
Right.
I'm going to be in an unorthodox way, that I'm going to bring people to God. In a street form, that people that relate to me, that I can be related to a certain group of people that the average preacher or the regular evangelist couldn't relate to. I'm going to be that person that's going to bridge that gap. And I'm so glad me and brother had changed our mission for this 2GO 20 next decade coming up, that we changed our mission to music, spiritual, and community. So that's what we
That
on
is
now.
Beautiful.
So that's our new mission now for the next throughout 2020 and the next decade.
But you know what's so beautiful about our people back in the day is how they inspire you, how they, you know, would say good things
Give a
about
whole
you.
well full of
Yeah, you know, they like I passed in Detroit, they had all kind of churches on different corners, and I passed this Pentecostal church, storefront church one day, walking past, and the lady was sitting there, an older lady sitting on a chair in front of the door, and when I passed, she stopped me, she said, you know, one day you are going to Africa, and you're going to become a missionary.
Wow. And that happened.
And I went to Africa and became a poet.
That's what you seen. it.
Missionary of words.
Oh, yeah.
That's still a missionary.
Yep.
It's a missionary of words. Yep, speaking to the heart and to the mind and to the soul.
And they would say things, and like my mom always told me, always hang around older people because you will learn wisdom. She always told me that. And so I was going to, before I became a poet, I was going to Pineview Nursing Home in Clinton, Maryland, and reading, I didn't know no really scripture. I would be reading no Lord's Prayer to people.
Right.
You know, I wasn't a poet then. I would sit there, and my husband didn't even know I was going, even when he was dying. When I would have a little time, I would get in my car and drive to Pineview Nursing Home and read the Bible.
But that was the angels
Yeah.
working you through your process.
Yeah.
And it's always a process, a journey, process, and then you be granted that cloak. And when
Right,
you take
yeah.
that cloak, you got to take that job forward, and that's what you've been doing.
And another thing, you can't let people cause. A lot of times when your achievements, your good deeds, that they will try to pull you down. And,
Preach!
you know, they would try to pull your blessings down, what God has given only to you.
Right.
And I sort of allowed that. But when God woke me up and said, now, you ain't, you're not going to be crying and feeling sorry for yourself. When I got up, they can't touch me now.
Right.
I would help you talk about me. You are not going to mess up my blessings that God had provided for me and my gift that God has provided for me, for my people.
Right.
So you can talk all the crap you want. I do not care.
Right.
I'm going to keep on doing what God wants me to do.
You know what I say now, Mama? I say, you don't know my true name.
That's right.
Only God knows my
That's
true
right.
name. You
Yes.
get to know it. You
Yes.
have to get to know it. So only He knows my true name.
That's right.
My queendom.
That's
So
right.
get to know that first.
That's right.
Then you know who I truly am.
That's right.
Don't call me all this stuff you see
Yeah.
on the outside or you see me do, because that's not me. That's not my true name.
Right.
I'm still in the process of great work.
Yes.
So you don't really know me.
That's right.
You
So
know what
you
I'm
just
saying?
keep on trapping. Don't be
Yes,
saying what
indeed.
somebody said about you, because what we lose and we black people, we are so gifted. What God wants us to do is save our children. We don't have time to be arguing little messes. You said this, I said this, and all. What God wants us to do is band together as people and save our babies. That's what God wants us to do.
Because they the future.
Yes,
Yeah,
they
that's
are.
right. And see, because they know that man and woman hook up together, she gonna produce Oprah Winfrey, President Obama, all these black. Now
Yeah,
she
that's
had a
what it
white
is. See,
mother,
they
but
tryna-
still, the African in him. They
Divide
know
and
that they
conquer.
coming
They say
out
they
great,
gonna divide and
greatness of our people coming out. So what did they do? They try to kill,
Yeah,
shooting
divide
our
and
little,
conquer and pushing all these different agendas.
agendas on and
Yeah.
bringing drugs and all this stuff into the neighborhood and all this stuff. They just trying their
There's
best.
viruses.
And
And
yes.
trying to instill all kinds of fear in these kids.
Right, and have these children, but no. We gonna have to stop this talking about one another and can on
Right.
and yes, you can have fun and do your thing, but we got to band together as a unity as people. Together we stand, divided we fall, to save our people.
That's so
True
true.
that, true that.
That is so true. And with that being said, I'm not gonna hold you. I know you said you had another event this evening. We almost kept up an hour of your time. I really appreciate you dropping by.
I appreciate
and I
you
said, if you
having
really
me.
would like to catch up on any Mother Slams literature, like I said, this one is I was trying to see if they had the information where you can get it at.
Oh no, that's old information.
Okay.
But I would
Where
give
they
you
can
a
get
call.
your book?
Yeah,
Well,
they
no,
can get
what-
Oh, they can. I sell my books from out of my car, and
I know that's right.
and you can get me at this number 3. Well, I give you the email. Gmail be better than the
Gmail,
number.
yeah.
Okay. Grandma, small letters. Slam. Grandma on one word. Grandma Slam. Number 8. Gmail.com.
So y'all guys heard that? That's GRANDMASLAM, small letters, 8 at gmail.com if you wish to purchase Mother Slam's any of her poetry material, her keepsakes. She have a lot of these keepsakes
Yes.
poems she posts like these in the poster style that you can also purchase. And she also has some other things on
Yeah, I
there.
have T-shirts I sell too.
That's right. So
Yeah, so-
don't sleep. I'm telling you, it's fine. It's hot over here. I done warmed up and some more stuff. But
thank you
love
for
to
having
have
me.
you, and we will have you again whenever you when your book is finished, your new book is
yeah, I'm
redone,
getting my new book.
you can
yeah.
bring it on and share with us then. And we also going to love to have you. You blessing us with your presence on the March the 15th.
Yes.
And what's up next for you before March the 15th? You have any upcoming
I think I'm
dates?
slow right now. Wait a minute. Something is. I be
It was
performing
22nd?
on January the 28th on South Dakota Avenue at a church.
You mean
No,
I was gonna say
February. I'm
February
sorry.
28th. I thought
Boy,
it
this
was
going.
22nd.
Yeah.
You
And
told me about it because
I got some on the 22nd, but I don't have my calendar in front of me.
Okay. Yeah.
Some other place.
Well, I'll get that
I find
information
it.
for you, and
Yeah.
I will post it on my page where she's going to be on the 22nd because she told me that. That's why she's here with us this Saturday, 15th, because she had she has another engagement next week, and I think you said you had another engagement on the 28th. So I will post those events for you. So if you're interested in seeing Mother Slam perform her poetry at those events, I will have the information on my media page. And once again, Queen Slam, I appreciate you coming.
Thank you so
and like
much.
she said, she won this title when she participated across the states with other poetry writers and
100 of us were chosen. I was one of the 100 that
Wow.
had provided for our community the last 2 decades. 100 poets from DMV all over,
wow.
and I was one of them.
And that's the accolade.
Yes, look, thank you.
Google, baby.
Jesus. Thank you, Jesus.
That's right. Thank you, Mother
Yeah, thank
Slam.
you
Thank
so
you, Mother
much,
Slam.
yes.
And we'll be right back. We're gonna put on some music, and brother will be back with some closing and some knowledge research we got for you. 80-year-old Queen Slam with such fire. Don't sleep on the seniors, y'all, because I want to. Don't sleep. Don't sleep on us now.
Yep.
You see, we covered it all shades and forms with high frequency, baby.
Yep.
She was wearing that red and gold. Gave her that attention that she needed, that she wanted, that she grew, accepted from you guys. I appreciate you guys. Like I said, you can, if you wish to purchase any of her merchandise, her poetry posters, her T-shirts, you can reach her at GRANDMASLAM in small letters, number 8 at gmail.com. That's grandmaslam8@gmail.com if you're interested in purchasing her book or, like I said, any of her poetry. And all poetries, all her stuff, like she said, is copywritten and licensed. So don't sleep. So, brother, wow, that was a lot of wisdom and a lot of information. I really enjoyed her.
Me too.
Always do, yeah. What you want to bring us some knowledge on today?
I'm just
This
gonna touch
last
on a
little few
little
minutes.
something. I like
Give y'all a little snizzle, so don't
20 minutes.
don't get thirsty.
just a little snizzle, like she say, and then we can pick back up next week.
Yeah, don't get thirsty now.
But whenever we get Mother Slam to come out, you know, we don't rush her. We let her do her, and we just pick back up with probably the third Saturday.
Yeah, this
next
our
week.
Saturday coming up that we do the knowledge.
Yeah, so we'll bring it. But I have
The
more
22nd.
talk about. You can like live your best life now, and if you're not, it's because
Gotta have that.
you focus on other stuff. But it's just as simple as I was just sitting home one day in my room, one of my rooms in my house, like my library, and I just noticed I had a few things about the imagination, and it say, imagine, what that say?
Imagine.
Imagine, and it says, live the life you have imagined, right? And there's a lot of things talking about imagine, and you can get the word magic out of imagine. And so I said, you speak on like imagining it. You just can, if you just live in the life and you want to do some things, you can use tools, and like I said, we talked about it in the past. But if you lay down, you can just close your eyes, right, and just imagine things, right. Your imagination is what's going to bring the things you want to do in this reality, right? Even with that group you were saying that I played with last night, before I even played with them.
The positive vibe.
Yeah, I liked that name, and I imagined myself playing with them, and I even wrote down and did little different things. But even when you doing rituals or candle work, using the elements, fire, water, air, the ether, you can actually do things without all that with your imagination. The Bible says, so as a man thinketh, so is he. And when you think, right, use your imagination, you basically thoughts. You thinking, you got thoughts, and you got to basically control your thoughts, because thoughts come in the form of waves. Like you be in the hospital, you see the little waves on the monitor. That's frequency.
Like the summertime, you step outside your door, you see that heat miser, that wave.
That's waves. That's there, and that's frequency. So even when you create, you got frequency, which is a high frequency and a low frequency. So if you got a lot of drama, that means you got to stop watching a lot of bad stuff.
Like we were just talking about the news, all that sad stuff. And you see how easily it was even for us to keep on with it until you say, let's talk about what's good happening. So
that's what
it can be a plague.
Where your thoughts and where your attention goes, that's what you're going to be putting out. That's the level of your frequency. So you stay on that positive frequency when you're trying to manifest positive things in your life. And like you say, that thought, and the good thing about thought, when you close your eyes and you go to that darkness, because out of the darkness came the light, you can imagine whatever you want to imagine. You know what I'm saying? You can be rich in your dreams. You can be the best singer to dance, whatever, because it's your imagination. Can't nobody enter it but you. And you can actually create worlds within the imagination by going in your imagination, seeing yourself. You can give yourself another name. You know, you can give yourself a house, and then you can go back and you again revisit that and add to it, build. You know what I'm saying?
Build it up.
And then while you're doing that, just the writing this stuff down, the Bible said, write the vision down and make it plain. That's just some other stuff that you can do. But mentally is everything starts with this. Everything is mental. And then once you get good at it, you know, you can think people in and out of your life. You know, you can actually pretend. The mind, imagination don't know. You can go in a house and be sitting in a house, right? Like you go to a house, they got an opening, you just go in that house. You can sit there and tell, oh man, it's nice. This is my house. You know what I'm saying? And in your mind's eye, when you're seeing that, that's when you're using your mind's eye. And you could be at home in your one-bedroom apartment, but you done created a whole new world in here, right? And then that's when you start paying attention and giving it attention and doing things to make that happen. You know what I'm saying? And how you want it to happen. You know, you might say, well, I don't make that kind of money to live that kind of life, right? But boom, you can meet a person that make that kind of money to live that life. You just got to work on you once you meet that person to be able to keep that person. You feel me?
Right.
And then before you know it, you in that life. You know, that's what I'm saying. Ain't no limitations. You can put limitations on your thinking and your imagination.
That's why you have to plan it. You know, if you got that vision, like you said, write it down, plan it somewhere where you know that it's at your assets. That way it becomes familiar within your
Yeah, you can, like I say, you can do the physical. The physical is good because we got these tools to use. But overall, the imagination, everything starts here in the mind. And that's why I say you can look at image, and you can get magic without just minus the seed in that. And that's where everything starts when you creating. And then also, don't expect things to come overnight. You know, if you're doing some kind of work and you look at your house or your room, you know, this year you might have picked this up at this store, or someone might gave you that, and you just painting a room a certain color, you moving the house. You don't just dress the house up at one time.
take your time. It's a
take
process.
your time, and then that's what make it original. You know, somebody come in there, they can look at your house and say, I can see this reflect. This is nice. This is beautiful. Boy, so you just trying to hire somebody to come in there and do it for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's when you feel better in that room that you created because it's you.
Your
you know
space,
what I'm saying?
yep.
Yeah, and
Your
that's when
energy.
Your vibes will be high.
And also, not to cut you off, looked at this too, and I broke it down even more. You said you saw magic. I saw I am magic. I am.
Yeah, you use the what? The 7 I ams.
Yeah.
I am. I am is the name of God. I am that I am.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And you seen that in your mind. I didn't see that, but you seen it. That's why I say can't nobody
see what you see.
Right. Yeah. So that's what's up. I like that. Paying attention.
Yeah,
attention. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. So
so you can learn that it's ongoing, man.
It's ongoing.
You get the smallest things to the biggest things that it could come to you. Like brother said, but you gotta put in the mind work. You gotta put in the work, because it's not just going just because you think it or say it. Just that one time, it's not going to happen. You got to constantly build your affirmations.
And do the work. Like, put it in, because like I say, I'm moving people in and out of my life, people that don't serve me or wrong me. I see it happen. I write it down. I do my rituals, however I do it, and I think it. And then when it's coming to play, I just, I know it's working.
Right.
And that's not just that way. It's things that I want to do in my life that I see accomplished, and then you got to pay attention to synchronicity as signs, and one thing will lead to another.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it's not going to come the way that you think it's going to come, but you just got to be able to pay attention,
So when it comes, you still be able to identify it.
Right.
And recognize it, what you have to do. Yeah, because, like they say, our minds can take us. Our minds is the most wildest machine. It can
Right.
take us a lot of places, and it can teach us a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know, so don't sleep.
And it's good to have a vivid imagination, because
Yes, it is.
that's when you know, I be at work or be somewhere and I be laughing to myself. People be like, "What's wrong with you?" You know, because my imagination, I be like thinking of things or saying stuff, you know, and to myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, me, myself, and I, we be having a good time. You know, and a lot of times you don't need that outside person.
You don't.
Once you know what I'm saying. Once you're good with yourself, you know. And I had a person this past week try to come back in my life, and I just basically just shut them down, told them some things right that I peeped, and they was kind of shocked that I said it. But shit, it is what it is.
Sometimes you
know
gotta
what I'm
tell the
saying?
truth to shame the devil.
Yeah,
You gotta shame them devils.
and they got the stepping. They put their Reeboks on and got the hell up out of there.
They
You
ain't
know?
just do it like Nike. They put the Reeboks on and got the
you know what I'm saying? Mom said, "Get the stepping." Yeah, so that's what I'm just saying. Basically, now your imagination is the ultimate. And then next week when we come, we're next strong when we come, we're gonna give you some tools.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That you can physically use, because some people need to touch and feel as though that they're doing things, which is nothing wrong with that, to help. Because I still do it that way. But I know it all starts with the mind, you know, and like I say, you know, even Tupac said, you know, you can create realms and worlds in that reality. So when you leave this reality, not saying even when you die, when you go into dream time, you can visit certain places, you know, that you created. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're thinking about it and you go on there while you awoke, while you really asleep, while we here, then when you dream about that, you boom, the dreams is like, you know, I be having so many different dreams throughout the strong, and different ones, you know, during the night, and you know, some of them are favorable and some of them not so favorable, but you know what I'm saying?
That's how you can
look at
travel.
that. Yeah, I look at that and I say, I pay attention to what happened, how the dream make me feel. A lot of times it's not necessarily the exact people, places, and things, but it's the feeling.
Right.
And
it's the information.
Yeah, so you take that and you apply it to this realm, and it can board you. And like you be like, oh yeah, a person come and promise you this and that. And you be like feeling a certain way. You be like, hold on, damn, that's how that dream had me feeling. You be like, nah, I pass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's all I'm speaking on that right now. So
And like
next week, look
the
forward to the
22nd,
imagination.
that 22220. Golly.
That's what it is.
Yes. So
You
that's a
look at
lot
triple
of twos.
You can
All
just
them
look up the
twos.
twos. We have.
Yeah.
I'm even going to speak on that, because you know.
Yeah,
we
that's
do
the
work,
that's the
miss.
triple twos, and also to that brother that won that $10 million out there in Virginia. I know he happy, because I would be happy, and that's a good thing I wanted to speak on.
Get a lawyer. Get a lawyer. I seen somebody. No, I seen this lady won some hundreds of millions of dollars, and what happened with her was, she said she wished she never won it because, you know, she had a husband or boyfriend at the time, in and out of jail. This
Mine
act of
wasn't
fool.
equipped to
all
deal
the
with
people around her.
She wasn't equipped. She wasn't ready.
Yeah,
She wasn't
and
equipped.
took her through a lot. And then she moved in a certain community. They wanted her out the community because they had their nose up. And, you know, even though she had money.
That's a story of a lot of those winners.
Yeah. So yeah, you know, once people know you got it, and then the church, she wouldn't gave 10% to the church, and then the pastor of the church got in and wanted her to do this, and they ended up trying to steal money from her. Yeah. So I'm trying to tell you, if Biggie said more money, more problems.
Yep. Sometimes
Pump
the
your
blessing
brakes.
can be a curse, so you got to know how to accept
It's
it.
all how you work.
That's right.
Because you're going to have all these people around you going to try to work it for you. That's my
Exactly.
advice right there.
Exactly. So with all that being said, we just want everyone to have a blessed, and like I said, March the 15th is the rescheduled date for the 2GO podcast pop-up event. You just saw Mother Slam. She's gonna be performing, and I didn't even know she wanted to put up a little table. So now she's gonna put up her own little table, so you can purchase her books and her other merchandise. Also, I think next week, next strong, we're gonna have, like I said, we have some knowledge, some full information and knowledge for you. Cause I'm gonna dig on this. When I sat here and saw that I am, and then you told me that that's what's, that's just
Man
how
of
the
God,
Creator,
I am,
right?
yeah.
So this make me want to dig into that more, and I'm gonna have some work on this for you guys next week.
And that'll work.
Yep. Also, let me see. We got some, like I said, brother got some more dates. He gonna give y'all guys where the band that he's one of the bands that he's with. They got some upcoming dates. He'll have that information for you. I'm gonna have the information for you. I'm gonna get it from Mother Slam, or where she's gonna be at on the 22nd and the 28th. So if you guys wish to go pay her homage to see her perform, 80-year-old, see her on fire, got her a man.
Yeah.
Got her
She
boyfriend.
her mink gonna have that hat cocked to the side.
baby.
Yeah.
She ain't playing with ya. She ain't playing with ya. And she said she don't want just no chicken wing or anything. She want a king.
Yeah. She said the fire still burning.
That she said maybe it's smoke. It maybe it's smoke up in. She said maybe
I heard
snow on
someone say
the
snow
mountain.
yeah.
And she said it's
Fire
still
in
fire in
it.
the furnace.
Don't get it twisted.
Don't get it twisted. 80 years old and still out here performing and doing her thing and touring and driving herself. And I see her in church on Sundays with her grandsons. And I tell you, man, it's a beautiful thing when you got people in your community. And I'm so glad that our mission has changed to where now it's music, spiritual,
bridging the music, spiritual, and
the
community.
community. Yeah, so it's really coming to that. So we keep on saying, you see, people, we put it out there. You can put it out there.
Yep.
You can come back.
Yep.
So just remember that. Also, some more things, like I said, we got coming up. So we will have that information for you as well next week, because I got to get the details of that this week. Also, there's going to be some different sides of guests coming on. We're going to have some more like close, not quite politicians, but somewhat in that arena, but not quite in that arena. Trying to gear in another way to bring you some other types of guests where you can see we do reach out to the community where these people are doing different
things in the community.
and different things in the community.
That's actually really going to make how the community really works through the politicians, because I was riding down Suitland Parkway. I seen so much trash, man. It was ridiculous.
It's just like it just popped up like from nowhere.
But the thing is, these politicians get in office, 9 10 out of 10, they ain't living in that community. But we paying taxes to have
To
that
keep
stuff
it clean,
cleaned up. You know what I'm
right.
saying? And it's just ridiculous. But
Another show.
Yeah, another show for another
when
time.
we get them on here. And Mr. White, I'm still coming for you. I saw you in church Sunday. You took mommy out to brunch, but I'm coming. I need you. I want you to come on here and speak your part before we get up into this election. So I will be making those I guess those connections to see if I can get Mr. White to come in and give us about some things about in the community and some things he hoped to accomplish, or some things what he have accomplished since he been in office as a youngest politician that we have to serve in the District of Columbia. I would love to still get him in here to get his views and insight on things of his journey being a council cityman of Washington, of Ward 8. But with that being said, we get ready to wrap this up. We hope you enjoyed Mother Slam, and we will be back strong and tall and successful.
And,
on a strong
one
week.
more thing, we had shout out to Experience Unlimited, Ula Tony. We featuring their music today. So
all right,
DC
yeah,
band.
Ula. Yeah, that's right, DC Band. And that's right. Don't forget to check out the entities, our pages, Brother Lawson's page and my page, to see how the show and the clips from the Valentine's show that they did last night. I see some of them, and it looked like they had a hot time. My girl was on fire. I saw you, Pep, with that dress on, girl. You was serving it, honey. I couldn't see nothing else when I seen the picture but that fire. You know what I'm saying? So you always come through when it's time to show up and show out. Pep can do it for you. She can get you there, and I'm sure y'all had a good time. She partied with the people. She always involved the people. She give you a good time when they perform. So I know that y'all had a great time. So I wish I could have made it out, but it was just so cold.
Yeah.
And after I went to the store that morning, kind of food because it was so nice.
Yeah.
Early Friday, and then it's like the temperature just
Well,
like
if I ain't had to play, I wouldn't have been out there. So
Yeah.
I can understand I can be late. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I'm
so-
doing my Valentine's tonight. You know.
That's right. You gotta make it up. Yep. Gotta keep it
Even
happy.
though I know it's all about the money. You know what I'm saying? It got a damn near holiday for every month to spend that money on. But you know, we've been doing it so long, and program. You know, I ain't tripping.
But like he been doing it for 33 years, successful marriage.
Yeah, actually,
He been
33
showing love.
Marriage, but we was together
Before
the
then,
33,
so
yeah.
that's some time. That's some
So
time
we'll keep
investment.
it up.
That's
You
right.
How you
So
say what you do to get it, you gotta do to keep it. You know
that's
what I mean?
right. So that was the whole institution of love right there. So that's why he gets to do what he do and how he does it. Cause his wife give him freedom. She know when she let out her king, he coming back. He going back tonight with some crab legs and crabs. So she know what she got. And I just want to thank you all, and I hope you had a good love day, because we did too. Peace.
Peace.
It's so cold, my knees.